Hi guys, so I'm back, and I know my first YouTube was like ages ago, so this is basically like me doing it all over again, and hopefully it's better because I'm in my new house. I've got like a wee room, it's all set up, like better lighting. My last one was just shit. So yeah, I'm hoping to do maybe like 1 or 2 YouTubes, maybe like a month if you want that. The first one I'm going to be doing, which is today, is loads of people had asked me to do an updated hair one, because I had mentioned on my Instagram stories that I was using different products and different equipment than what I was using in my first YouTube, so that's why we're here. I also asked on Instagram for people to write in questions that I'm going to answer during my YouTube video, so I'm going to make sure that I do that and don't forget, because I nearly forgot all about that. So yes, I'm going to answer some of the questions along with doing my hair. So I've basically just washed and blow dried my hair, and this is it, the way it kind of left. It's obviously not in my usual middle shade, but I do prefer my hair like fresh, clean. I know most people don't, and I know hairdressers, when you go to get your hair toned, they prefer your hair to be dirty, but I personally prefer doing my hair so it's clean. So I'm using this tongue here. It's actually really pretty. So most of you might know this one because I'm sure Molly May, the influencer who was on Love Island, not that I need to explain who she is, just in case anyone doesn't know, she's brought out her own version of this. Now I don't know for certain, but I think they're basically very, very similar. I had this one before she brought that one out, so this is just the original Beauty Works tongue. As you can see, I've used it, I burnt it a little bit. Ow, I actually just touched a hot tongue, what was wrong with me? So I turn this up with the dial to 220, which is the highest it goes, and it's piping hot. But because I've got such thick hair, I need it to be like, you know, hot. I just make sure that all the tugs are out my hair. Now you can use heat spray and stuff. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, just really depends. Usually it's laziness. If it's beside me, then I'll use it. If it's not, then the chance of me getting up off my ass to get it are slim. I usually do my hair in like 3 or 4 sections. So the first one, here we go with the ears again. Can't believe I'm even doing this. But if you know me, you know I absolutely hate my ears to stick out so bad. I go up, look at that. So I've just got above my ear. Now hairspray wise, so a lot of people used to always say to me they were going to get the little hairspray after I told them to go get it. So I'm sure they've changed the bottle to a different one, which I will show you, but right now I'm just going to just use the Wella. I've used this one before, and it's the number 5, which is basically like the strongest. Again, so if you've got really thick hair, or you feel that your hair doesn't hold a curl, then you're better off getting the strong one. So again, I just half it, so you've got the 2 halves, and do one at a time. And then hold. Now with this one, please just hold to what you think. I really don't want anyone over holding their hair and it snaps off, and then you DM me like, bitch, my hair snapped off. That's that. So once you take a section, tongue, and then hold, and then yeah, just hold to what you think your hair can cope with. Obviously the thicker your hair, the longer you can hold, but and then on the way down I kind of just let it fall into my hand like that, and then scrunch it, but just be careful because it will be piping hot, especially if you have it at the hottest temperature, and then just let it go. So this part is quite repetitive, as probably most of you noticed, literally just doing the same thing the whole way around. But I'll show you anyway for anyone who really is not comfortable using tongue before, who maybe use a one with like the clip, or who use hair straighteners. And I think if you can tongue your hair with a hair straightener, you're a genius, in my opinion. Just hold and then let it fall into your hand, and again just be gentle with it because obviously it's piping hot. So once I've done 1 half, I'm then going to go in with the hairspray. Now I use a lot of hairspray, and then what I do is, so you don't get mixed up, I take the parts not tongued forward and the other part back, and then I basically repeat the whole thing this way. Obviously you just need to be a little bit more careful when you do the opposite side, because I always end up burning my ear and it's bloody agony when you do it. And then just try and grab and let it fall down. So see, literally before I started this YouTube video, I'd made myself a cup of tea in my new mug, thinking I was going to be really cute and have a cup of tea, and then I've just spilt it, and in the process of spilling it I've put it all over my brand new white walls. So that's fabulous because Nelly's going to actually boot my balls. Me and him will probably have a fight about that tonight. I wonder if you could get tea out of wall though, do you think that would work? Also, I would actually love to know if anyone else ends up in this position when they're tonguing their hair. Like actual acrobat hair. I always end up with a sore arm, but that should be because I'm on fit. So just make sure you feel like you've got your hair as curly as you want it. And I don't know if anyone's noticed, but I recently got my hair cut. My friend Charisse, who works at CC's in Glasgow, was like just giving me a blow dry, and after washing my hair it was still like the ends of my hair were like bone dry, and she was like, honestly you're just better getting all that cut off and then letting your hair grow and kind of just giving yourself like clean ends. Like it was all dead hair. That was what, obviously the dead hair was what was making my hair look super long. I hated it for a good couple of weeks to be fair, and I hated her. No, I didn't actually hate her. She looks lovely really. Now it's kind of starting to grow a bit back, and obviously my hair feels so much better for it. So first section done. Second section I take from like this part of my eyebrow and over. Obviously again it does just depend on the thickness of your hair, or how long your hair is, to how long it will take you and how many sections you'll need. My hair is super thick, so it always takes me a wee bit longer than what it would maybe with someone with like normal thickness. So yeah, just repeat this whole thing, work your way around your whole head. And I must say guys, this tongue's really easy to use. Now I think they're about between £60 and £70, but it's well worth the money. So I feel like if you invest in a tongue like that, you're going to have it for a long while. Whereas I had one before and it was just like a little £20 tongue, and to be fair, it did do its job, but it didn't last that long. I think I got only like a year out of it. It's definitely a product I would recommend if you're looking for like a new product, like a new hair tongue, then definitely one for getting. And if you're like a fan of Molly May, then you could always get her tongue that she has. So yeah, just repeat it the whole way round and you're good to go. And then you get back in the hairspray. Now as you can see, obviously I put a lot of that on my hair. It tends to feel really crunchy and like sticky, but that is kind of what you want. Because I think as well, see if you don't put a lot of hairspray in, see the minute you go out in the wind it just it's gone, like it turns into like a pure flat wave. Whereas I just make sure it's super hairsprayed, and then if you give it a good brush afterwards, that's how you get like that soft bouncy curl. I'm going to answer some of the questions that you guys asked me on my Instagram story. So some of the questions that you guys asked was, what fake tan do I use? So I'm actually allergic to all fake tan, which is really annoying. But what I do is I use St. Minutes the medium mousse. When I put it on, I basically just need to make sure that I wash it off the following morning or that night, because if I don't, my skin like goes like, if you did this like along my hand, it would be agony. So as you can see just now I'm quite pale. Usually I would be on, I used to be using some bits but I'm trying not to use them anymore. So I haven't been on any of them and I haven't really been wearing fake tan, but that answers that question. How do you get your makeup to stay looking gorgeous all day? Well, thank you firstly. So I use setting spray, which I do actually think it works. I know loads of people think it's just like, it's nothing, but I do generally use it all the time. It seems to work for me. Another thing is I don't like dewy skin. I like my foundation quite matte, so I tend to set my makeup quite a lot. And I feel like that helps, because I know when I get makeup done, maybe if I'm on a shoot or something, they always do my skin really dewy, and I just don't think it really lasts as well as what it does when I do it myself, because I like a matte base, a matte foundation. Everything's just matte when I do my makeup. So if you like a dewy base though and you want your makeup to last on, then just apply loads of setting spray. And I use the Urban Decay All Nighter, but then all the setting sprays from them are really good, but that's the one that I would recommend. How often do you wash your hair? Like, I think people always think because you get thick hair you don't wash it as much, but I wash my hair quite a lot. It just depends. Some days it'll be every second day. If I've got loads on and I want my hair to sit the way I always like it when it's fresh, then I would do it every day, but I try not to do that because it's not really good for your hair. I think it takes on the moisture out your hair. While you're doing a home walkthrough, I did actually think I was going to do that when I first got a house, but then I don't know, I'm just a bit sceptical of showing people where I live and things like that. I'm definitely going to do like a little walk-in wardrobe tour and a little room tour that I've got on just now, but the rest of the house I think I'll probably keep quite private, just because I've had scares in the past. People know where I've lived. What straighteners do you use? I don't really ever straighten my hair. I hate my hair straight. I can't explain to you how ugly I get when I have straight hair, so I have GHDs but I don't ever use them. How do you apply your Milani foundation? Can't decide if a beauty blender or brush is better. So my Milani foundation, for anyone who hasn't heard of it, it's amazing. It's £12 a bottle. I think it's £12, it might have gone up. You get a lot for your money and it's unreal. Like the only is like a gel slash liquid foundation, the texture of it's a strange one. I apply that with a brush, but then I go over it once it's done with like a beauty blender just to make sure it's all blended, but either way would work, just down to your preference. What products do you put in your hair to make it smell nice after you use heat? Oh, I put my perfume in my hair, so I don't know if that would count. I do use heat spray sometimes, again it's just laziness if it's in front of me. So that's obviously got a nice spray to it, but I don't really feel like my hair smells burnt after I use it. So I mean, I think if it does do that, I think there's something wrong with your tongue or your straighteners. Recommended you should get rid of cellulite. You have zero and I'm jealous. I actually do have cellulite. I think everyone's got cellulite. I did, when I was badly burnt with boiling water, because I was using bio oil and Manuka honey, I ended up just putting it all over my bum and my legs and my thighs and my hips and everything, just because my skin was so sensitive back then. And that definitely worked, so I would maybe try one of them. I know bio oil is like a definite one that's like amazing for that. Manuka honey though is really good, but that is more for scar tissue. But if yours are like really deep, then that would really benefit you. How do you get your skin so flawless? Do you recommend laser? I always get facials maybe like once every 3 months. And I've recently just invested in some new skincare, so that's really helped because I had quite a few breakouts. I'm not really sure if you can see them on this camera, I hope not, but I had quite a few breakouts, so I was like, I feel like I kind of was slacking. I don't really ever go to bed with makeup on, but I was maybe just taking a quick wipe and not cleansing and toning and moisturising and things like that. So I'm actually going to do a skincare one because it's all just coming this week. So once I do that, I'll get like a little quick tutorial talk through of products and things like that. Quite a lot on makeup and stuff, so I'm going to do a makeup one now. That I know I said that in my last video and I never got it done, but I am actually going to be doing it, so I'll probably do that next week. And I'll get a makeup one done as well as a skincare. How do you get volume into hair? Do you use products back comb? Hate back comb. You'll never see me back comb my hair. The pain of then trying to get that out of my head is unbelievable, and I think I've got a really sensitive scalp, so no, not back combing. I've got really thick hair, so I feel like I've already got volume. There's a thing, is it dust that you use, and it's like that gives you volume, but I actually quite like the dry shampoo, but the volumized one, and just put it in my roots, especially because I've got like those wee fringe bits. So I'll show you when I'm doing it, but I always put dry shampoo there so that they kind of are stiff. So dry shampoo volume could be a good one, and it's not like a dear product, it's something you could keep buying. Could you do a vlog of your everyday life as an influencer? By the way, you're stunning. Well, thank you so much. I love when people say that to me. I keep wanting to do a vlog, right? So I've tried 4 different vlogs, and every one of them I've got halfway through my week and forgot. So I'm like, well, that's 2 days worth of a waste of time. So I think what I'm going to do is my friend down in London, Tara, I keep saying to her we're going to do a vlog together, so I might make that my first one, so it's quite a funny one because she is hilarious. What shampoo and conditioner do you use on your hair? So for a while, I'm not sure if anyone noticed, but on my Instagram stories I was doing a collaboration with a company called Hairburst, and they sent me a shampoo and conditioner set, and it was actually unreal. So what I'll do is when I'm putting on this on my YouTube, I'll do a little swipe up and you can check it out. But apart from that, I kind of just use L'Oreal Repair. I used to use Tresemme, and Jack, my hairdresser, was like, are you kidding me on? You're just basically just stripping the colour out of your hair. Right, so someone said Lidl hairspray in your previous tutorial isn't stocked anymore. Any other recommendations? So the other one of that, I'm going to get the bottle because I'm sure I kept it. This Lidl one here. It's maximum hold hairspray, so it's just a different bottle, but it's basically the same one, but I've run out of that. So right now I'm just using the Wella. But I really like the Wella, and my hair is like super good when I use that. So I'm going to just go ahead and finish off the whole point while you're watching me right this second. So it is super repetitive, and I'd probably say my hair can take me about 15-20 minutes. Obviously when I'm not talking and stuff, and I'm just rattling through it, then it doesn't really take me too long. I could probably do my hair and makeup in like just slightly over an hour. Depends, like sometimes I take really big sections and my hair doesn't really turn out as nice. So that's why I always try and just make the effort and just put in the time to do like wee sections, and then that way I get the best cuddle when I do it that way. It's so funny because Lee's family are over from Canada, and his cousin Mark's staying with us right now. And and he said today, he was like, see, that's what happens when you don't hold it long enough, like it doesn't really take a cuddle, so I'll do that one again. And I was actually like, fuck, I'm going to do my YouTube, but him next door is going to think I'm a crackpot, and plus I'm quite shy, like Lee's downstairs with Sun's Anarchy on like full volume, so that he can't hear me, because like things like that I just feel so awkward doing in front of Lee or any other guy. So he was like, oh, I'm going to go visit a friend today, and I was like, jackpot. And Lee's is day presenting, so he's downstairs and can't hear me anyway. So yeah, so we're just going to do the desk, and then I'll show you what it's like when we get to the top. Just make sure you get all the hair, especially at the back, because there's absolutely nothing worse than seeing someone who's toned their hair and they've just got like a big straight piece of hair. I just think, wish I could just whip out like a portable tong and just tong that one bit for them. I always do that though, like I always see people like maybe like, especially see when I get drunk, I might kill myself sometimes for the way I act. Like I'll see someone in the toilet and like their eyelashes hanging off, and I'm like, hi babe, like how are you, do you want me to fix your eyelashes hanging off? I mean, I could really end up with a sore face with that, because some people would not take that nicely, because you'll get it, like it's like a hairdresser when they see someone's hair badly coloured or like badly blow dried, they're like, oh my god, let me fix it. It's the same with MUA, like anytime I see someone's eyelash hanging off, I'm like, come here, let me fix that. So that's me done 3 sections, so this will now be my 4th. So I know like I'm mad woman, but bear with everyone. So the fringe bits are always quite hard to do, and as everyone knows, I've had the same hairstyle, no joke, since I came out of my mum's boy mess, but it feels like I feel like I've had this hairstyle for a lifetime, and I'm going to change it up. I'm actually going to Jack on Wednesday, so I'm hoping he's going to make me a new woman and give me new hair. But anyway, yeah, basically what you want to do is you take your fringe bits. Now someone actually asked me this, how do I get mine cut like lengthwise? So I always get Jack to cut it just directly under my chin, and then that way it's not too short when you tong it, because obviously you need to bear in mind it has to bounce up. So these bits is just part that I usually burn myself, and I'm actually burning my head, but then I can feel it. Curl it under, just make sure you can see, and then it'll be like that. Now don't worry about these wee dents, because they're all going to be tucked under anyway. Now if your hair feels tuggy when you're taking sections, give it a good brush, because I feel like you don't get a good curl unless you give your hair like a good brush. So yeah, just again, it's so effective, you just do the same thing the whole way around, and just again when you're grabbing it, just be careful because it will be super hot, and I don't want anyone DMing me like burnt my fingers, had to go A&E because of you. So see my new house, like where this wee bedroom is that I'm doing all my stuff in, it's like quite a bit of a busy wee street, that's like it's a new estate, so like it's not like a main road or anything like that, but it's so nice. Let's see, sometimes I'm getting married and I can just see like wee cars driving by. I'm always like, oh, very good. Just thought I'd let you all know that I like watching cars driving by. I love people watching though. I feel like that's so therapeutic. Like now when like you go, I love doing it at the fort, my mum do it all the time. We go to the fort and we'll go to like Costa or Starbucks, and we'll go and we'll sit and literally just people watch. Like it's one of my favourite things to do. Not like in a horrible way, but like see, just like watching them, like you're always like, oh, I like that, or did you see they two arguing? Mom's, honestly, mom's like, she's got vision. It's wild for someone her age to have amazing vision, and she's always like, oh look at they two coming arguing, oh god, I wonder what they're talking about, and you're like, as if we're going to know, do you know what I mean? As if anyone, half the time I don't really care, but you just need to give it a chance to talk about it. Sometimes you'll get wee bits that you feel like don't cuddle that well, just go back in and take them separately and redo them again, and just make sure you get them. Because what I would say is I feel like your hair doesn't curl as good after it's hairsprayed. If you feel like it's not curly enough, then try and redo it before you hairspray it. So this is my hair now all tongued. So I'm going to go and spray this side with hairspray. Usually I do my hair first and then I do my makeup, which I said in my last one as well if you watched it, and in that way it gives your hair time to set, but you don't need to do that. Like it really doesn't need that long, especially if you've got a lot of hairspray in it. So I always leave my tongs on just in case you sometimes wish it out and bits go a bit flat, and then others and you want to go over it. But what I'll do is to let this set for like a little quick 5 minutes. I want to get back up the questions. When are you going to enter for Miss Scotland? No, never. I actually think I'm too old anyway, even if I wanted to do it. I'm 24, I think you need to be quite young, don't you? How did you become an influencer? So that's quite a popular question I see like asked all the time. Basically I was a makeup artist. I've been a makeup artist for 4 or 5 years now, around about that. And I did makeup for quiz, for shoots. And then one of the days we were like, oh, because I used to basically go to shoots with like a blow dry and like a full face of glam. Just because I genuinely feel like if you're a hairdresser and you show up to a job, you need to make sure your hair is presentable. If you're a makeup artist, make sure your makeup is presentable, because that you're selling yourself in a way. I used to go really glam and they were like, oh, jump in one day, and it was actually the day that I met someone who I now would class as my friend, Alicia LeMay, on Instagram. You probably already all follow her because she is hot. And that was how I met her, and it was wild because we always say that like that was the first time I did her makeup and that was the first time she ever had like glam makeup. So I jumped in and it was a Valentine's shoot, so I did it with quiz. And then iCrush reached out to me to say to do makeup as well, and I did like a QA. And yeah, it kind of just stemmed from there. And I always was quite one of those people, well, I wasn't always, but now that when you just become, I'm trying to say it without actually saying too much, but like now when you become single and like you just reinvent yourself, and I lost a bit of weight and I was wearing like quite like, not raunchy, but like different from what I would usually wear. And then I just had a really love for fashion and like wearing quite different things. I was either always wearing neon or like my outfits would never really match, and it just kind of worked out together. And then brands were like, oh, we'd like to give you this, blah blah. And I just did it, like, but I never did it with the intention of it being what it is now or doing what I'm doing now. Back then I was just like, you want to give me free clothes? I'm not going to knock that back. See when people are slagging you, you're getting slagged for getting free clothes that they're buying. Why let that annoy you? Why does anyone get annoyed when people slag an influencer? Like, you can slag me all you want, hun, but you've just had to buy that outfit and I've just got it for free. So really you're just mugging yourself off by doing that. So if anyone, for that, maybe the person's asking that question, if you're starting out and you want to be an influencer and maybe people are slagging you, then what do you get done when you go to the hairdressers? It chops and changes. Sometimes I'll get balayage if I'm wanting more of a brown route, because I don't really like getting like a dark colour put on my hair. Like, that's my natural colour. So I usually, if I'm going to do that, I usually grow my blonde out and then Jack just kind of blends them together. Or sometimes I'll get a full head of highlights with like a brushes on, like a soft root, so something that you wouldn't notice it grows out. Do you wear extensions? If so, what brands? So I never used to wear extensions, and then obviously I was saying I'll get my hair all cut, and I got quite a bit taken off it. And then I recently started working with a brand called Lola Bells, who originally were more about like hair pieces and stuff like that, and then they brought out their brand new range of like luxury hair extensions. So I was wearing them, and I do still wear them. I wear them quite a lot if I'm going out somewhere glam, or if I'm taking photos, I'm kind of want like a longer hair vibe, that kind of thing, but I don't really wear them all the time. But I would highly recommend them. I tong them all the time. I've washed them, blow dried them, straightened them, and they are in perfect condition. So if you're looking for an extension that's not like a bond and something that you're not wearing permanently, then I would recommend the Lola Bells, and I'll make sure I put a swipe up on my story for you if that's something you're looking for. Any tips for making your hair last 2 days? Dry shampoo will be your, I swear this hairspray is making me itchy. Dry shampoo will be your best friend. Like, I genuinely can't explain to you how good dry shampoo is. Why don't you do OnlyFans for your feet? Oh my god, this is so funny. I literally just said to Lee, so I said to him, I really want this thing, and he was like, no Abbie, like, you're not, no, like, we've got enough house bills, like, you've rattled your corner quite a few times, like, you don't need to be buying any more things, and like maybe on finance, whatever. And I was like, well, funny you say that. I says, I always get messages on Instagram, and I know probably most girls do, from like weirdos being like, if I give you money, will you send me a photo of your feet? I have no shame in saying I would do that. None. I actually think I've got quite cute feet, and I'm not a feet person, so if someone wants a photo of my feet and then they're going to give me £100, too bloody right I will. So I said to him, I says, can I make an OnlyFans? And he was like, no. And I was like, what about if I make an OnlyFans just for my feet? And he was like, do what you want. So I'm going to take him saying do what you want as yes, because really, feet's feet. Definitely if I was putting up a photo of my boobs naked or something like that, then obviously no, and I'm not doing that anyway. But if I've got good looking feet, then I should be showing them off and making some cash out of it, and then I can get the thing that I wanted. So you never know, guys. That question in the pipeline. Does dyeing your hair often leave it feeling damaged? Now, I think it depends on who's doing your hair, what products you use and how often you do it. So I know when I go get my hair coloured by Jack, Jack uses the most expensive equipment and products, so I know when he puts that on my hair it's good. It's not like your standard like salon services white bottle peroxide kind of thing. I also don't get my hair coloured very often, at the most 3 times a year I would say. And again, I think that's because Jack, whatever he uses and however he does it, it lasts in my hair. My colour never ever really goes dull. But if you're feeling your hair is leaving a bit damaged, then just maybe apply a hair mask once a week for a couple of months. Because I sometimes have to do that maybe if I've been on holiday and I'm not taking good care of my hair. Jack's like, right, get the hair mask on, your hair's a bit fucked. How did you and your boyfriend meet? Lee's gonna book my balls for this question. It's so funny because I actually replied to this Insta story once and he was offshore and he messaged me and he was like, bullshit, no one ever. And I'm like, yes we did mate, and if I need to whip out the proof then I will. So I went for dinner in Edinburgh one day and I obviously tagged where I was, and then he slid in my DMs like, oh my, like something like, oh that looks class, where is it? And I was like, it's tagged. Blunt. My pal was like, mate, now you're talking about how like you feel like you're not getting anywhere with anyone, because obviously that's when I was single. She was like, that's why he's just tried to speak to you and you've just completely cut him off. And he was like, alright, okay, cool. So he obviously realised I wasn't what I thought to him. And then he done it again. I'd noticed that he was already following me and he unfollowed me, which this is the thing he denies. He says he never, but he did. And then he asked me again and then I was like, oh no, 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 oh it's really good, you should go. And then he was like, maybe we could go. You know how boys. Lee's not very, he's very one tone. So like even when he's happy, he's like, oh that sounds like class. Doesn't really, you know, put anything into talking. So that was his opening line, and 3 years later we got a house together and he's a pain in my ass most times. But that DM was the best DM he's ever sent. I can tell you that one right now. So I want to address it in this video actually, so this might take a while. In the midst of asking everyone questions and asking everyone to send me questions, I had someone basically write me abuse. A lot of the questions then came off the whole YouTube thing, which I understand and I appreciate everyone being so nice. And people were basically saying like, please ignore this crackpot. So this is what this guy wrote. If you were my daughter, I'd be disappointed in you, your parents should be ashamed of you, your parents should be disappointed in you, you're embarrassing and you're an immature little girl. Now this person sent other bloggers and other girls the same type of messages, and it's just not alright and I'm not going to stand for it, and that was why I retaliated on my Instagram stories. But I also think because I was feeling a bit shit, and I have been shit if I'm being honest just now with everyone, I've not been in a good headspace. I've just kind of been keeping myself to myself and kind of not really wanting to be on social media, and I'm glad I'm slowly surely getting out of that mindset, but it is something I'm still trying to deal with. And just waking up in the morning trying to start my day, and that was the type of shit I was getting. That's just not what people should be getting, and that is why people end up in a bad place. And I get, like, I've opened myself to social media, I've got a public Instagram, so I'm asking for a bit of grief, but there's getting like, that dresses hack it on you to like your family's disappointed, you're an embarrassment. I just think there are different levels of abuse and different levels of trolling. And I'm kind of getting to the point that I'm just like, I'm not going to do it and I'm not going to put up with it because I personally don't feel like it's fair. Talked a lot, so let's get brushing because I can actually do this camera flash and said it's going to cut out and it better not cut out, so here we go. So take like a paddle brush, right, hold the top where like obviously it's not got a curl, hold, and then you might be able to hear how much hairspray I have. Back in with the hairspray, push to the back. I always bring my wee fringe bits separate. And there you have it. This is how I do my hair. Now if you don't like the feel in the hairspray, then just go back in and brush it out and keep your hair really soft. But I just feel like hairspray is the only thing I get really lasting in my hair. And like I said with a dry shampoo, take a dry shampoo and apply it to the root. Ruffle it in a wee bit. and that's kind of how I get those bits of my hair to be quite stiff, because I don't really like them moving about and flopping about. And that is how I do my hair. So it's really simple, and if anyone has any questions, then just slide in my DMs just like we did, and I can answer them for you. And what I'm going to do next week is I'm going to do a skincare and a makeup, and I might just do it all in one, and then that way it's easier for you to watch. I hope I haven't bored you, and I am going to try and be more on my social media more than YouTube. I just quickly want to say, because this camera keeps cutting out and I'm about to lose it, like no joke. Basically, before I go off, I was basically just saying before it cut out that if anyone is ever struggling and they feel that they really need to talk to anyone, and loads of people always kind of message me saying like, oh, can I speak to you, but maybe about like appearance, or maybe like weight, or they're not feeling comfortable in themselves, things like that, then I just want to say to them, I'm always here to talk to. My door's basically always open, and you can always message me anytime, because I've kind of now, I always never really thought social media was that bad, to be honest, but now I'm starting to see that it can affect you. And do other things, I've not just been feeling the way I would usually feel. So I just basically want to say that anyone who ever needs a wee chat or wants to speak to maybe like girl to girl, like not get judged, like it's not one of your friends or anything like that, then you're more than welcome to message me. And yeah, just don't want anyone ever feeling like they're ever on their own, because you're definitely not, and speaking to people is the best thing to do. So I just thought I'd mention that, just if you ever watch my YouTube or my stories, then you can always come to me for, I wouldn't say advice because you don't want to take my advice, but just for someone to talk to. But thanks for watching my YouTube, and I'll see you next week for a makeup and skincare.